on that one. Whoopsies. Whoopsies. What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, my friends. Good afternoon. We are here live. We are not starting it anymore. I got to change the overlay. I got to get this routine down, my friends. I got to get this routine down. So we're here for our weekly live Q&A, and that means that you get to post your questions in the comments, but do me a favor and put a Q in front of it so that I can find it easily and see it easily. So, oh my goodness, we've got all kinds of people here. We've got Ariana, also known as Pokegal here. We've got Erica James is here. Discover Your Kingdom with Erica James. She's watching live. Denise is here, of course. Laura's here as usual. Tara Lampert from Alaska is here as well. And I believe we got Tamra is here. Now, Tamra, you are watching inside of my Facebook group, which means that you're in a private community, and if you want me to be able to see your face and your name, all you have to do is go up into the description and find that link that says StreamYard.com/Facebook. Click it, follow the prompts, refresh the stream, come on back, and I will be able to see your name and your face. So make sure you do that. Would love to see you do that for me so that I can see your name and your face. I have a tricky way of knowing that you're here. I go to my actual group post inside there. Now, the reason that is the case, if you're kind of new and you don't know that, what that is that Facebook wants to protect your privacy. You're in a private community. My private community, also known as DIY Marketing with Melanie. If you're not in that group, go join us. I don't know what you're waiting on. Definitely join us over there in DIY Marketing with Melanie. We have a lot of fun in there. I know that Ariana's in there. In fact, Ariana, I hope that your question about your Brio Logitech cam, hopefully that video I made you was helpful. But we have a good time in there. We support each other, but I also like to take things to a deeper level with my community. And so Tamara is in that community, and it's a private community. So Facebook wants to protect your privacy. Now, since I'm using a third-party application called StreamYard, which, by the way, this stream is powered by StreamYard, as always, so you can display comments, as I've been doing. And I'm multi-streaming, so I'm actually streaming to YouTube, my business page, and my group at the same time. And so I can display your comment, which means my YouTube followers and my business page followers would see that comment. And so because you're in that private community, you need to basically say, yep, that's okay. You can see my face and my name. And therefore, if I display it, it will display it accordingly. So if that doesn't happen, then this is what we see right here, right? Which is fine. No big deal, right? No big deal. If you don't want your face and your name displayed, then just don't click that link, as I said before. So PokeCal says, always here for support. Yes, you are. By the way, you guys, so Ariana's in the group, right? She's in the group, and she says, everyone join the group. She has the coolest channel. I was watching her videos because she had a question about the Logitech Brio camera that she was using, and I went and I was like, okay, I got to go look at her videos so I can see what's going on. Oh my God, such a fun YouTube channel. So go check out Pokegal. Super, super fun. And I saw that you said you were dancing. Fantastic. I love it. All right. We're going to answer some questions. So if you have questions, I see Denise bought a new toy, which has me very excited. So I'll get to that in a second. But so if you have questions about social media, about live streaming, live video, anything at all, please do me a favor and post those in the comments because we're going to get into the Q&A time for sure. But before we do that, I do want to make sure that you all know that this is powered by StreamYard. So we are streaming with StreamYard. It is a software that I use to basically create all these amazing streams. I will tell you that I also have a few extra bells and whistles that I'm using to pump music into the stream, but it's actually a lot easier than you think. But StreamYard allows me to create these cool banners, the motion graphics that go at the bottom, the cool overlays that go around. I can display videos. I can play videos for you. I can share my screen. I can display those comments. I can do all kinds of cool things. Create really great professional videos. I can also do interviews. I can bring up to 10 people on stream with me, and we can do a fun little panel discussion. So I always like to make sure everybody knows I'm using StreamYard. And if you want to get a 14-day free trial for a pro plan, then just go to melaniediane.com/StreamYard and you can check it out. So, all right, let's tweak up our look so I can see some comments and you can see me. Yeah, Ariana's like, I'm a Pokemon fan. Yep, yes you are, sister. That is right. Okay, let me see here. Let me get myself organized, turn this one off, go back to this one, because we're in line for Q&A time. I'm going to come over here and tweak up my look here. I'm going to take off this overlay. Let's transition that. Let's take those away. I'm using OBS. We're not going to get into that today because I get into it every week, right? But I'm using OBS to customize what you see on camera or on screen. And I can do a lot of fun stuff. I can do little transitions. But I wanted to make sure that you knew that so that you didn't see some things that maybe you think. But I will say, all of this stuff here, I'm keeping it simple now. I want you to see what StreamYard's capable of. So now we have it very simple. Okay. All right. So let's get to questions, right? So questions. We're in the Q&A time. Oh, it's Q&A time, which means it's dancing time, right? Okay. All right. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Okay. Before we go into Q&A, I got to tell you, I found a new, well, I didn't find it. So my friend, Heather Sager, accidentally did something. She was live yesterday inside of her Speak Up to Level Up program. And she did something. She was like, whoa, I didn't even know it would do that. And I was like, excuse me, what did you just do? Because I'm like her, StreamYard live streaming coach. And I'm like, whoa, what did you just do? And so I immediately I'm like watching her, but I'm in my own StreamYard account. Like, okay, what did she do? Like, how did that happen? The space bar, I don't know if this is on purpose or what, but the space bar is an undo button, is a undo hotkey. So it'll undo, undo, undo. So for example, if I want to turn on my overlay and talk about the group, my DIY group, right? Just like this. And then I don't want to click them. I don't have to worry about clicking the mouse again. I can just hit spacebar. That's how excited I am about it. Oh, it comes back. Oh, it goes away. So why is this helpful? This is helpful because now this is for StreamYard. If you're in StreamYard, this is what will happen. So if I display a comment, oh, Cynthia's here. Hey, Cynthia. So Cynthia's here. Oh, also another freaking cool channel is Cynthia's channel, y'all. Purgatory Paranormal of New York. I was in the car, riding in the car. I wasn't driving. And I was checking out a couple of her videos because I was like, I want to see some of her videos because she's also had some really unique questions in the group as well and on these live streams. So anyway, back to what I was saying. If I display her comment and then I want to go over, well, I think it'll work this way. And then I want to go over to banners inside StreamYard. But I'm like, oh, I want to take her comment down. Oh, it didn't do it. So I got to still be in the same window. See, I'm still playing with it. Either way, it doesn't matter. So I click on her comment and it scrolls her up. It pulls her up. So now her comment, I can barely, it's all the way at the top. And if somebody else comments, it'll go away. If I hit spacebar, it'll take it away. So you can display a comment just like this. And then I hit spacebar and it takes it away. That is actually super cool. And I love this feature because again, sometimes I don't want to have to hover my mouse over the appropriate thing because my comment stream is moving. And so if I display somebody's comment, right? So Denise, who was laughing, I think at my dancing, my excitement over the spacebar shortcut. Now all of a sudden Denise's comment, if somebody else comments, then she's going to be up. My mouse is no longer on the right spot. There. So Heather, yeah, exactly. Heather, thank you. Heather is the reason I figured this out. She accidentally hit spacebar. She's like, oh, I just did something. I'm like, whoa. What did you just do? So I immediately figured out it's an undo button. It's the only hotkey that I can find. So if I hit spacebar, Denise's comment goes away. So again, if I click on Heather, and then I'm like, sweet. And then all of a sudden more comments happen. My mouse is no longer on her comment to deselect it. I hit spacebar and it goes away. Boom! I love it. I love it. So again, you always got to play around with stuff. You won't find these tricks or these secrets. I don't know. Ooh, I'm sorry. I just popped my knuckles. I try not to do things like that when I'm on video. My daughter hates it when I do that. Okay, yeah, accidental magic. Exactly, Heather, exactly. And thank you for accidentally hitting the button while you were talking to your Speak Up to Level Up people. So I would have never figured it out if it wasn't for Heather accidentally getting all wonky with her hands, getting all excited and hitting that button. Boom, there we go. Okay, Q&A, right? Q&A. So Cynthia says, cool trick. Yeah, I thought it was really cool, especially if you are doing things and you're moving around a lot. So the space bar is very easy to find. This is my prediction. I kind of feel like that could be, so I know this, they are StreamYard. They're working on people ask all the time, hey, can you create hotkeys or can you integrate StreamYard with the Stream Deck? Now, here's what I will tell you really briefly. The Stream Deck is this piece of hardware that you can use and it has these buttons and you can program it so that, let's say, for example, when I want to pull up my overlay about my podcast, okay? I can click on that inside StreamYard, but what the Stream Deck would allow me to do if it worked this way with StreamYard is I could have a button programmed. I would just push that button and it would do it. And then I push it again, it takes it away. So if you go over to my girl, Luria Petrucci, Live Streaming Pros, she uses a Stream Deck. So she's constantly, everything she does just about is she's just pushing buttons on this little Stream Deck. It's actually pretty cool. It's not currently compatible with browser-based software like StreamYard, but StreamYard says they will work on it. They're continuing to work on it. It's been requested a lot. But this whole hotkey thing, this little spacebar thing, that's kind of like the same thing. It's basically just creating little like program buttons to do certain things. I wonder if that is them practicing. I kind of want it because I don't think that's been there. In fact, I messaged my buddy Christian over at StreamYard and he didn't know about it either. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe we discovered something accidental. All right, my friends, get those questions in the comments because that was my trick I wanted to share with you guys. The other thing I'm going to tell you guys is I am fighting something off right now. I'm fighting off something. Like I got the throat thing going on, a little bit of the nose thing. So what I did today is let me turn my music down. I actually created, and I suggest all of you do the same thing. I just haven't done it yet, is I would suggest you create a be right back screen. So I created the be right back screen because there's a high possibility that I'm going to need to blow my nose in the middle of this stream. And nobody wants to watch me blow my nose, nor does anyone want to hear me blow my nose. So what I did was I created a short video clip and it says be right back. And it's 30 seconds. Now, this is the thing you have to keep in mind is if you're going to do a video clip, when you play a video clip in StreamYard, it will play. And then at the end of the video clip, it goes away. It automatically goes away and you're back on screen. But as long as that video clip has sound, it will actually take over all the audio. So you don't even have to worry about muting your microphone. It's like, boom, it takes over. If your video clip does not have sound, it does not mute your microphone. That was also a recent discovery that I made as well. So I have my box of tissues ready just in case I need to blow the nose. And if I do, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to say, y'all, I need to blow my nose. So... And then if I'm done blowing my nose, I just click the video and it goes away. Or I give myself all 30 seconds to blow my nose and wipe it. But like I said, nobody wants to see me blow my nose or hear me blow my nose. So I made that video today in preparation for today's stream because I've got the whole nasal throat thing. In fact, I got a text right when I started the stream that my prescription is ready for pickup. So I'm excited. Yes, I still have taste and smell, 100%. Cynthia, Stream Deck does not currently work with StreamYard. They are working on getting it to integrate. So I think that it has to do with Stream Deck works with and pretty much any software that's installed on your computer, but it's not as friendly with browser-based software. But I know that StreamYard has said they've called it Hotkeys integration, which I think if Hotkeys integration works, then you would be able to program it. So you would be able to do that. So, but yes, Derek, I have my sense of taste and smell. Raphael, hello, welcome to the stream. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Please boil hot water and put drops of oregano oil and inhale the steam. I've never heard of that one. Okay, Pokegal, I might have to give that one a try. Cynthia, I'll tell you what, as soon as it's ready, I will probably be one of the first people to stream about that though. So stay tuned. I know that you're a subscriber. By the way, my friends, if you're watching and you like YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to this channel. I want to definitely invite you to subscribe and don't forget to click that little bell so you get the notification. I wanted to use that little overlay for sure. I have a couple of other overlays that I got. Celebration. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. That one was too fun. Okay. All right. Are you guys ready for me to answer questions? Let's get to some questions. We're going to have some fun. Okay. Let's see. Here we go. Let me scroll up. I saw, Oh, see, I talked about needing to blow my nose and it's going to happen. Who said, where are your sunglasses? Oh, sweet. Hey, Genia, I see that you're watching. Make sure you go up to the description, click on StreamYard.com/Facebook and authenticate it so I can see your face and your name for sure. Okay, we've got questions. Let's do this. All right, here we go. I think Derek, or Facebook user. All right, where are you focusing most of your energy now? Okay, so here's what's happening. So it's, oh my gosh, I got this. I've had some really great feedback from some of my wonderful community members, and they are happy. They have given me feedback about some of my podcast episodes, and some of them are missing the podcast. So the primary source of my energy for my business and my marketing is in my live videos. So my live videos, I go live every week, Tuesday at 2 p.m. I've been doing that since, maybe November. Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern time, and that's what we're doing. And so that's where my energy goes. But I also create other live videos. I have been I go live extra inside the community. Another reason for you to join us over in the community, the DIY Marketing with Melanie. And I have been slacking on the email marketing, and I've been slacking on the podcast because, again, and I've talked about this in the past, like I'm only one person, and I am a firm believer as well. And I always encourage you to do the same thing. You cannot be everywhere. If I felt like when I was trying to do everything, the stuff I was doing was watered down. And ever since I've sort of like put more of my energy into the one thing, which my one thing right now happens to be, it's live video. I'm going live. I show up live for you guys. This is how I connect with you. This is how I help you. This is what we do. And ever since I've put more energy into that, obviously that energy is taken away from some other things. I have felt better. I have felt more alive. My audience is coming and showing up more and more, and it's working for me. That may not necessarily be what you should do, but I do think that when you do feel that feeling of being pulled in all these different directions, and you don't feel like you're giving anything enough of an oomph, and you just feel like everything's watered down, then you got to reduce. You got to reduce where you're focused and go in one lane, go somewhere, right? And so I started doing that back in November, and I really just said, I'm going to be fully committed to live video. You know, I'm teaching people how to do live video. I want to make sure that that is my primary focus. And you guys, it's been a blast. If you guys have been here, like most of you have, a lot of you watching right now have been hanging out with me for a while. You've seen the evolution of these live productions, which I need to bring my music back, don't I? Because I dropped my music a little bit. We've totally upped the game. I've been hacking it and figuring it out, and it's been a lot of fun. And so that's where most of my energy is. As far as like work, I still have some local clients that I work with, a very small amount. I'm extremely, extremely exclusive with who and how I work when it comes to that line of my business. And then I have my online program, which is coming up soon. It's launching again in, 3 weeks. Doors open in 3 weeks. Enrollment will open on April 6th, just so you know. April 6th. So that is 3 weeks from today. We are opening enrollment again for the live video bootcamp. And that is going to be it's an online course with group coaching. I am also going to offer another level of VIP. There is going to be a VIP piece to this program this time because I got a lot of requests for one-on-one help. So I'm going to go ahead and offer a VIP element if people want to choose that. They don't have to, but they can get an add-on, which is a VIP element, which is one-on-one coaching and support as well. So that opens up. That's where my focus is. I want to build that program up. I want to make it amazing. I want to continue to build the resource library that's inside of that course. And then eventually I may open up a membership. I'm not really sure. I've had a lot of people ask for that. And so it's something I'm thinking about, but I want to make sure that I can reach a big audience. And I also want to be able to do it so that I can also help you all do the same thing, because many of you are wanting to do the same thing. I was actually just over in a local business where they have a huge presence and they are trying to reach a wider audience. And we were having the same conversation. I said, you should do classes, you should do virtual classes, you should do this, you should do that. And so I want to be able to do this, but also offer my help to other businesses who want to expand online as well. So that's kind of a loaded answer to your question. And then Derek, back to what you said, any new and exciting projects you're working on? I'm working on enhancing that program. I want to make that program one of the best ones ever for people who are dabbling in live video and they want to take it to the next level like I have. Basically, they want to create live videos like this, or they want to go from, hey, I want to get started. I want to get started with my phone, but I want to do it with a strategy, and I want to be strategic, and I want to hit my goals, and I want it to work for me. I don't want it to be random. And then maybe I want to eventually grow into doing it the way you're doing it. Those are the people that I want to help. And that's what that program is. And that's what I'm working on and continuing to work on. We had a great boot camp earlier this year, and it's launching. It's opening up again. Again, April 6th is when doors open. They'll be open for a week. Enrollment will be open for a week. Okay, Derek says, I'm going in order here. What do you love most about the DIY Marketing with Melanie Group? Great question. The group is called DIY Marketing with Melanie. What do I love most about the group? You know what I love most right now? I love that I'm seeing people take action. So the group has had some ebbs and flows. It's been 4 years. That group's been open for 4 years. It literally, I think I opened it 4 years ago, December. If I'm not mistaken, December or January. I can never remember. I need to go look the damn date up. But that group has evolved over time. And, what I like about it is that there's a lot of people in there that have been in there from the beginning who have maybe kind of gone away, but then they've come back. They continue to come back for it as a resource. But what I really love the most right now is the audience that's coming in. There's just so many new people coming into the group that are just offering so much value. Just today, I posted a question. One of my group members, James Hicks, he comes on these shows sometimes and watches live. He and I are like, he made a joke that he's like, you and I are on the same wavelength. Like I'm getting that same microphone. Anyway, he's really smart too. And I posted a question for him today. I'm like, hey, why is my pod mic, which is this microphone right here, which I don't have I'm not using it right now. I had to check. I was like, ooh, maybe I am. Here it is right here. This is my new XLR microphone. I'm excited to use it. I have had a little bit of a learning curve with it, but as you can see, it's a totally different kind of setup. This is a higher end microphone. It should sound great. I could let you hear it now, but I need to get a cloud lifter for it because it doesn't have quite enough power to be loud enough. And so I've been working enhancing it, but I was playing around with it the other day and I went live with it and it was like in analog. What analog means, it's like if you were listening to my live video and I was using that microphone and it was analog, you would only hear me in the left headphone side. It was only playing out of my left speaker. That's analog. So stereo is, we have left and right. Now you can use what's called mono channel, which is one channel, but you can basically tell it to, hey, send this mono channel to both sides of both speakers, left and right, which is what James, he told me the quick setting I needed to change. Within 30 seconds, I had it fixed. So I love that the group is able to help me too. So I love that there's just we've got a really good thing going right now. The new people coming in, and it's just been a lot of fun. I love it. So totally in love with what's going on in the group. But thanks for asking. And Derek, by the way, Derek's back at number 1, most engaged member. I looked at that this morning, and he was there. Funny question. Am I ready for some golf? Yes, I will be playing golf on Monday in Florida. Hopefully it's not too cold. Oh my God. I'm just gonna dabble it. I'm probably gonna have to do the be right back screen here soon though. Okay, so also I want to give a shout out to Denise. So Denise quit her 9 to 5, right? I think I've talked about this before on the show, but she's getting ready to like go big or go home with some stuff too. This is super exciting. She got the Sony ZV-1 with the full streaming package this week. You guys, this is a really great camera. My friend Crystal Profit, who is my other business bestie, she also, she's got her courses about podcasting and her stuff's about podcasting. She's been on the show before many times. She just upgraded to the ZV-1 a few weeks ago as well, and her live videos look great. I love the way it's looking. It's really pretty exciting. So Denise, I'm super stoked that you got that camera. It's a really great camera, very versatile camera, so that's exciting. Super, super fun. Okay, let's see here. Let me scroll down. Okay, so I think I know who this is, but I'm gonna not violate the rules. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, you guys. I'm gonna sneeze. I feel it coming. It's going to come. It's going away. Okay. All right. So Facebook user, I know who this is, but I'm not going to say their name because again, don't want to violate anything. And this is a friend of mine and I want to make sure she's cool with it. She says, hey Mel, timing is perfect. I was thinking this morning that I needed to reach out. You have some recommendations about podcasts, live video microphones. Hilarious. We were just talking about that. So here's the deal. Live video, really, you can use one mic for both. You can use one microphone for podcasting and any video creation that you're doing on your computer, including the live videos that we're doing now. All right, y'all, I'm going to blow my nose. Okay, I hope you couldn't hear me blow my nose, but I don't think you should have been able to hear it. Could you hear me blow my nose? That's the question I would ask you. Could you hear me blow my nose? I really hope you couldn't hear it. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, Genia. Yeah. So Genia, I see you now. So you went up and authenticated. So, okay, cool. So let me go back to Genia's question now that I have permission, right? Now that I have permission. Okay, let me see here. I got to go find it. There it is. Okay. Here's the deal. Here's what's really cool about microphones. You can use the same microphone for your podcast on your computer for videos. So I just happen to like to geek out on lots of different things. This microphone right here that I'm using is the Elgato Wave 3, and it comes with the software, which is how I'm pumping music into the string. I like that microphone and I like the software for that. But I like the way it looks. I really, truly, let me just show you. I like the way it looks. Let's go ahead and transition here real fast. So this is the mic. Here's my pod mic up here, right? I have two different things. So people always ask me, well, how is that set up? So I actually have it on a scissor boom arm. This is called a scissor boom arm, which means it like adjusts all these different ways. So what I love about it is I can use it and then I can be like, whoop, get out of my face. Get out of my face, microphone. And then I can just bring it right back. So I like this setup. It's easy for me. I like how it looks. It's very small, very low profile, right? It's a USB microphone. I've got my headphones plugged into the back here. It's a great microphone for live streaming. It's amazing. You could totally use this microphone for a podcast. However, I know that Genia already has a podcast, and I think, Genia, if I'm not mistaken, you're using the Blue Yeti, and you're probably looking for something. I wouldn't even say replace the Blue Yeti with this. I would say if you want to upgrade, then you could try something like this pod mic. The pod mic is only $100. It's $100. I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and just do it. Let's just make it happen. I'm going to bring it in. So I've got the pod mic on a tube arm. Gotta turn it so it's correct. The problem with this mic that you're going to see is that it's not going to be as loud as my Elgato Wave 3. Now, the other thing I'll tell you is that the microphone that's best is usually the one closest to your mouth. So as you can see, this thing is right here. This one, same. I can already tell on my screen over here, like this one right here. See how these audio levels that you all see? I'm watching the audio levels in my Wave 3 software. I already know. This is why I hate this tube arm, by the way. I got to get it adjusted. It always wants to fall. I already know that this one isn't going to be as loud. So let's go ahead and just switch it up. All right. Okay. So now you should be hearing me on the pod mic. So you should hear me on the pod mic right now. It probably sounds different, right? It should sound a little bit cleaner. It could potentially be just I don't know. I actually can't hear it because I'm not monitoring it right now. So, but I do know that this is a better microphone. It's an XLR microphone. It's a dynamic microphone. It is going to help with background noise, not pull in background noise. It is more of a podcast mic. So the microphones that we hear on podcasts are typically XLR microphones, the high-end ones. They do a really great job. This microphone is $100. You would need an XLR cable, which is going to run you, depending on the length and the quality, anywhere from $15 to $50. And then you're going to need a mounting device because this mic does not come with a mounting device. So I already had this Blue Compass arm. And then you're going to need an interface. So let me go back to this view. So the interface is what your XLR cable goes into, and then the interface goes into your computer. My mic, it doesn't want to stay up because I gotta go like that with it. So you have to buy the interface. That interface, your interface is going to be, depending on the one you get, it's going to be anywhere from $75 to $250 or even higher. You could get like a Rodecaster Pro. For $600. So you are looking at, even though the microphone's only $100, it does require other pieces, right? So other items. So the pod mic is really quiet. Yes, that's because I need a cloud lifter. Now, they told me I should just be able to hit the 48 volt button and it should help, but I don't know that it helps. It is going to be quiet. So I'm actually going to go back. Oh, sweet. So Cynthia's talking. She says, I use the Samsung G-Track Pro mic and I like it a lot. Yeah, so go check out her channel. Cynthia's audio does actually sound really, really good. So let's see. Purgatory Paranormal of New York. Go check out her channel because she does have actually great audio. She also hooks up a freaking radio. You guys, if you want to like spook yourself out, go check out Cynthia's channel. It's like super cool. I've been watching a couple of those videos. Okay. Okay. So sorry, I'm looking at the comments here. So I'm gonna switch back to my Elgato, okay? Because again, this is quiet and I have to kind of be over here. So I'm going to switch back up to my Elgato. Okay, back to the Elgato. It is going to be louder. So this is a USB microphone. It sounds fine, right? In fact, this microphone sounds almost better than the Blue Yeti because it actually has what's called a clip guard in it. So this Elgato Wave 3 microphone has a clip guard, which means if I talk really loud, it actually is going to clip the top and you won't hear that distortion. So sometimes I feel like it works really effectively and other times I feel like it's a little bit funky. So, okay, let me get back to more questions, right? So I see, I love Ariana. She's hilarious. I freaking love her. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, back to, where you're putting your focus. Yeah, Ari, honestly, almost everybody that's on over here watching from YouTube has come from, honestly, from YouTube. Or they've come from, they found my live videos. Or they saw me as a guest on live videos. So there you go. Okay, let me see. Where did you get that GIF? Okay, let's see. Let me go back because I know she had another question. I want to make sure I didn't miss something. I don't think I did. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. So, Pokegal, Ariana asked me earlier, and hopefully she catches the replay. I'll probably post in the group just to make sure she knows. That video that I did, my little Be Right Back video, I made that in Canva. Super easy to do. Very, very easy. I made it in Canva. It's just a video background. I literally went to the video section. I typed in lava lamp, and there's a whole bunch of them, which is why all my little videos have lava lamps in them because, Addie likes her to let me use her lava lamp. And so I did that, put text over it, put music on it, boom, 30-second video, done. Canva's amazing. There's fun stuff coming from Canva. I can't talk about it though. I've been sworn to secrecy. Where did you get the GIF? She was asking me about this one. I have a couple of them actually. I like this one. Right? There's a gun, and then we got this one. I got these. Where did I get these? Hold on. I can tell you. Shoot. I feel bad because I should have actually had this ready. Let me look this up really fast. It will take me just a second. I think it's I forget. I'm going to butcher it. Okay, hold on. I'm coming. It's coming. How to go live. Okay, so it's they're basically free. Oh, they have some countdown timers too. Let me look it up. Let me see if I can find it. How to go live. Boom. Okay, here we go. All right, here it is. So how to go live. This is actually, I think they're a StreamYard partner, if I'm not mistaken. If you go to products, you'll see they have all these different things and you can get free graphics. You can also give them a donation. I would recommend that if you are going to use these graphics, you donate money because he's providing these for free. So he's got some countdown timers and then he's got some, the confetti. That's where I got it. So the collection of confetti. So these are just transparent GIFs that he made. And then there's these little guys too. I didn't download those. So yeah. I don't know what this is. I haven't seen that. But yeah, I would 100% recommend that you donate to him if you're going to use those graphics. But they're free. So they're just transparent GIF files that you download and they zip and then you get them. And there you go. So that's what those are. Let's go to the next question, right? Oh, so Genia said, I've integrated StreamYard before. Sometimes if you clear your cache, and also Facebook, I do believe Facebook refreshes. And whenever they refresh certain things, because this happened before where everybody has to re-authenticate it. So that's definitely been a thing. All right, Tara says, is there a magic formula for how much free content to put out there in order to attract folks into a course you are creating? Magic formula. So I'm not going to say that there's a magic formula. I know that there's so many different ways to think through this question. Excuse me. Here's what I say. I say give as much away as possible. I have there's an old saying, and my buddy Bobby Klink is very, very into this, and he says, give people what they need. No, give people what they want and sell them what they need. Is that right? Did I get that right? Or is it backwards? Give people what they want and sell them what they need. Yeah. Because typically, but usually it's the other way around. You want to sell what they want is what you want to put money on because you're like, they want it. I want to make money on it. But really what they need is something else. So for example, a lot of times people want to learn how to go live. They want to learn this stuff that I'm showing you. So I share all these things with you. But 90% of the time, what people need is coaching. 90% of what they really truly need is coaching, because there's a whole different layer of actually going live and creating live videos and being confident about it and actually feeling good about it and knowing what kind of content to create, knowing how to come up with good messaging, how to develop the content in a flow so that people will actually watch and tune in, right? And so I've built my course. There's a lot of the how-to in there, but it's a lot of strategy, right? And then the coaching, I spend a lot of my efforts on the coaching because that's what people truly want. You guys, you can just grab your phone and go live right now. So if it's that simple, but why aren't you doing it, right? Because you need something else to get you to the point where you feel empowered and ready to do it. And so people want to know how, they want to know how, but really what they need is the coaching and the confidence and the motivation and the inspiration and the empowerment. So I focus my program, of course, it provides them with the how-to, of course, as well, but I spend most of my energy in the coaching and in the Q&A and all of that, because that's what they need. So going back to Tara's question, is that, you have to attract people. And I do think that the earlier you are in your business and the stages of your business, you have to give away more stuff. You have to give away more free content. And then the other thing that does is when you're just sharing information constantly with people is that you learn what people want. They ask more questions. Like I happen to know that my course includes stuff about tech and gear because I get questions about it all the time, right? And so because of me sharing information and then people providing feedback to that information I'm sharing, I'm learning about my audience. You aren't going to learn shit if you want to sell everything all the time, right? Because no one's going to buy because they don't know you yet, because they haven't gotten to trust you yet, because you haven't served them yet. So there is a journey that goes along with this. I know that I don't have the episode, but my mentor, Amy Porterfield, has a really good podcast episode. It's an older one. It's probably 3 years old. She talks about this very thing because this comes up a lot. So I always say, the other thing I'll say is that your course, if you're going to create an online course or a program, your program is probably going to have quite a few bits and pieces of the content you've been sharing for free in it as well. But the course is an entire program, right? So there are things in my course that I've talked about on these live Q&As. But what you have when you have the course is you have it all lined up for you in the proper order that you need to learn it. And it's a little bit more enriched, and it's all in one place for you. So it's packaged up nicely. So I know a lot of people run into this. They say, I can't put that in my course because I talk about that on my free stuff. Or I have a whole podcast episode about that. Why would I make that one of the lessons in my course? Well, you need to, because one, not everybody that buys your course has listened or watched all your free stuff. And two, again, you're putting it all into one package for them, one place in the proper order so that they can learn it correctly. But the real value that you can serve and offer in a course is support. So that's how my programs are structured. Yes, you have an entire online course, an entire tech resource library, but you also get access to me through live Q&A. So you go through the modules and you say, okay, great, I tried this and this is where I run into. Help me figure that out. Great, let's figure it out. Boom. So I spend a lot of my energy on that coaching, and that's the value of my course and my program. That was a deep question. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. I know, Derek, oh, by the way, I will be in Florida next week. So my live video is going to be at a different time because I plan to be on the beach at 2:00. And I also plan to have a few beverages in me. Now, doesn't mean I'm not afraid to go live with some beverages in me, but we will probably go live earlier next Tuesday. Just a quick heads up for you guys on that one. I will let you know. Okay, let's see here. Billy's got a question. Fantastic. I feel like I need to blow my nose again. Okay, hold on. I lost it. I actually scrolled down by accident. Okay, here we go. So I'm having a lighting problem. I use a panel light, and when I switched computers to the newer one, I remember when he got that, I noticed while on StreamYard, my screen gets dark and light, like it's adjusting while I am live. Is that a computer thing or is that a StreamYard thing? It's definitely not a StreamYard thing. Okay, I use a panel light, and when I switch computers, I notice while on StreamYard, my screen gets dark. Your screen gets dark, or like your web, like the camera gets dark? That's my question for that. All right, you guys, I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Whew, I do not want to have this any longer. My goodness. Okay, so let me see if Billy answered that follow-up question. Yeah, I would be curious about the camera too. So I would be really curious about the question. Ooh, Chris, thank you. Okay, sorry. Let me come back to Billy. Thank you so much, Chris. Episode 164, y'all. That is a really, really good episode. So Tara, check out that episode. Amy Porterfield, just go to her. I think it's like, literally, if you go to amyporterfield.com/164, I think that it will pull this episode up. That's how simple it is. So let me see. Yeah, I don't think it's StreamYard. It should not be StreamYard. Okay, here we go. He says, it's the camera on my computer, not external camera. Oh, yeah. What? Why are you using the camera on your computer, Billy? We've had this conversation. It's probably because the camera built into your new computer is crappy, like almost all cameras built into computers. So do you have a webcam? I thought you had an external webcam. Did you not have an external webcam on the old computer? I don't know. That's not a StreamYard thing. So StreamYard is not going to adjust any camera settings or any lighting or anything at all. It does not control your camera whatsoever, not one bit. So it's definitely not a StreamYard thing. It's probably a camera settings thing. So it's probably it's an auto white balance. A lot of times with the light, when lighting is getting funky, it's an auto white balance that's happening. So you may want to look at your settings on your camera and figure that out. So I want to make sure I didn't skip it. Chris, so will you post the how to make a confetti GIF in the group, please? So yeah, I actually didn't make those confetti GIFs. I downloaded them from that site, How to Go Live. But you can also go to like Giffer.com and you can type in transparent confetti and you can find transparent GIF files there as well. So, okay. So Chris says, so when it came to the whole give people what they want and sell them what they need, I actually don't think Marie Forleo is the inventor of that comment. I think it's actually a very old phrase that's been around for a really long time. And I think that both Marie Forleo and Bobby have recycled that for sure. So, Okay. Farmer Brad says he did his first stream the other day, StreamYard the other day. Fantastic. Nice platform. It's a freaking awesome platform. I love StreamYard. I love it. Okay, let me see here. Spike's Gold Prospecting. Hello. He says, I sell product and seem to be able to move product during live streams, not pushing product, but showing it built and test and use. I have 61 lives, 62 uploads. Is that a bad mix? 62? No, I don't think so at all. So here's what I believe that we have to be careful about. I do think that pre-recorded videos on YouTube, especially if you optimize them with keywords and all the stuff, I think they do get priority in the algorithm and the way YouTube works. But your live shows are great. They're really great. And I think you should have a blend of them for sure. Now, sometimes what people will do is they will, you do your live video and then you go back and then you edit the description and you optimize it and all that stuff. So you might want to do that. I don't think it's a bad mix to have 61 lives and 62 uploads. At this point, I think I have way more lives now than I do have uploads because I just find the live videos easier for me to produce than a pre-recorded video. So I don't think there's any magic formula when it comes to how often, if you're going to be live, should there be more lives or less lives? I think what I know that YouTube has said more than often, especially recently, is they say, focus on the content. Focus on the content. Don't worry about the algorithm. The algorithm is actually there to serve the user. It's there to serve you. Just focus on providing good content, knowing your audience and connecting with them. And the algorithm will do its job. And I think that's totally the way to look at it. I do think that we have to understand that the algorithm exists and we have to understand why it exists. But we also if you just focus on your content and create amazing content, you don't have to really worry about the algorithm. I can tell you that right now. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So Farmer Brad says, I gave away 18 chicken waters over 3 years to various YouTubers. Now those videos added up together, the views are over 2 million views on YouTube. Boom. That's awesome. Yeah. So basically providing free product essentially for somebody so that they do a video about it and all that stuff. I think that's what he's talking about. He says, I give each YouTube channel a promo code to help track where my sales are coming from. That's really great. Farmer Brad, I love it. Farmer Brad's been doing YouTube for a while now, so he's always got great insights. Another member of our group, our DIY Marketing with Melanie group. Let me see. So we're talking about the webcam, back to Billy's webcam, and Cynthia's chiming in and saying that she deals with the same thing with her Logitech, and it's even if she doesn't have auto white balance or focus on, it does it. Yeah, these webcams are built with some automations inside of them to make them a better camera for you. And sometimes they get tricky. They get very finicky. They really can. Lighting is important. So if you have good lighting, a lot of times those issues will not come into play. So that's definitely one of those things. Spike says he's got a propane heater in his studio and it makes his light baffle move. It's so aggravating. Yeah. So before I got this lens, which is I'm using the Sigma, the new Sigma lens. It's freaking awesome. I had what was called a flutter, like a focus flutter. And I thought maybe it was because of the text on the sign. Well, I took the text off. Then I thought it was the lighting. I don't know what it was, but it was annoying. It doesn't do that with my new lens. So, but I know that webcams tend to, if there's a lot of times light that is alternating, like if light is changing. So I actually thought the lava lamp was the problem, but for me, luckily it was not. This is actually another reason why I close my curtains to my patio door, which is in front of me, and I use a ring light instead of the natural light because the natural light, one, kind of washes everything out, but two, natural light is variable. And sometimes if there's a sunny, cloudy day and you have those, if you're in your room, Billy, and the sun's coming in and then it goes away because it gets cloudy, that will also create that weird light change on your camera as well. So for sure. Okay. Cynthia says, lighting has been such an issue and I've been through so many iterations of my setup fighting with it. Yeah, it can be frustrating to try to get things to tinker and get everything figured out, right? So, okay, I know how to say his name because Dr. Stewart did what I love. He sent me a audio message on Facebook and told me how to pronounce his last name. And I'm not going to say it right, but it's Bacha. It's Bacha. I think. Bachan. I don't know. I think that's it. But hello, Dr. Stewart. Welcome back. James, I was talking about you earlier. James is here. I was totally talking about James earlier because of the microphone. James, I had the pod mic. I got to get a cloud lifter. For it. But I did shout out to James. He helped me fix some settings so that it would actually go out in the correct, stereo, not just mono. It was super easy. How did you even know to do that? It's craziness. Okay. James says, explain how you're doing mobile content as well, streaming from your phone to your social platforms. Well, right now, I honestly haven't done a lot of mobile streams, but I like to call them, just like Luria, we call them life streams. When you have a studio and you have this setup like I do, right? And James has a setup, and all that. Now, Cynthia's, a lot of her streams are out in the field, or a lot of her videos are out in the field. So Cynthia with Purgatory Paranormal of New York, but she uses StreamYard and they go live too, kind of in more of a setup, right? A lot of times when you are live streaming like I am and you have like this studio kind of thing going on, when you grab your phone, it's not going to be the same experience for your audience. And so it's kind of fun to treat those live videos differently. So for example, though using mobile, one of the really cool things to do with mobile would be those are your behind the scenes, or those are your like really casual streams. Like they're not as structured, they're not quite as formal. They're just you letting your audience in. So I'm very, very into like letting your audience in, go behind the scenes, or get a little personal with them, share a little bit about you and your life, show them around your house or your office, or take them on the golf course with you. I know one time Derek did a live video, or maybe it wasn't a live video, but he was like putting and he was just on a lunch break and he propped up his phone and he took a video of him putting and he was like, this is when you are doing streams like this and you want to use your mobile, then those mobile videos can have a whole different like experience. And I think it's great to mix it up for your audience. I'm a very big supporter of that. So great question. Can't wait to go pick up that antibiotic when I get done with this stream. James, the other thing I would say is that you also, I think, can use those mobile streams as ways to drive traffic to your more structured studio streams. So for example, an example would be, let's say you've got a show, it's on Thursday, you've got a guest coming on. I know James has a lot of guests on his shows. You're going to have a guest on, right? Well, Thursday morning, you could go live on your phone and kind of be like, hey, y'all, I just want to, you probably wouldn't say y'all, but be like, hey, everybody, wanted to just come on here and talk about this. I got a really great guest on tonight. He's going to be talking about XYZ. Make sure you tune in. By the way, as I get prepared for tonight's show, what questions do you have about whatever topic Mr. Guest is going to talk about? So this is a way to kind of, you're kind of like hanging out with them a little bit before, but you're also reminding them you're going to be going live. You're going to be driving traffic to that video as well. So those mobile streams kind of have their own little persona. And that would be the other way that I would use your mobile content when you have this structured studio content. Now, for everybody else who is like, I don't have a studio, I don't have a fancy camera, I don't have a fancy microphone. Great. Well, your mobile streams with your mobile phone are where you're going to get started. And you're going to set it up on a tripod and you are going to create your structured live streams with your mobile phone. That's all you need to get started. You do not need to wait till you have all this stuff, right? So the best way to get started is just to freaking get started. I will tell you that, and take it from someone with experience with that, an overthinker, a perfecter, and all those things. The more I just get scrappy and just take action, the more fun I have and the better it is for sure. So, okay. I wrapped a way too hot LED in my studio with wax paper. Yeah, it looks funny, but you can't see it. Interesting. Okay, yeah, you can sometimes dim the lights, but you got to be careful because if it's a hot light, it will melt things. Yeah, Billy, you might want to take down the disco ball. That's hilarious. Do you have a disco ball? Do you really have a disco ball? It's funny. Okay, cool. All right, y'all. So we are at 3:00, and I would love to hang out with you even longer, even more. But remember when I said that I've had to go to the Be Right Back screen twice today to blow my nose, and I need to go pick up that antibiotic that's ready for me because I don't want to have this going on when I'm in Florida next week, right? So that is the other thing I'll say is that next week I will not be going live at 2 p.m. I will go live earlier in the day. I will probably be going live earlier in the day, probably more like a 10 a.m. time frame Eastern, and I will be chatting with you all there, and we'll go live. We'll still do it. I'll just be mobile. I will be not in my studio. I will be in Florida, probably on the balcony or in the bedroom while everyone else is hanging out on the balcony or on the beach. So pretty excited about it. We leave on Friday. We're driving down to the Panhandle. It's going to be a little chilly. But it'll be okay. So also before we go, just make sure that if you haven't already, make sure that you are, if you're over on YouTube, if you like to hang out on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I would love to have you subscribe and click that get notification bell so that you don't miss any of my live videos, because every once in a while I do go live unannounced, and I do that inside the DIY Marketing with Melanie group, which, by the way, if you're not part of that group, come join us over there and ask questions any day, anytime. In fact, I have a question in the queue from Kimberly. She had a question about audio. She has one of those, she's in an old historic building, and she's got this super tall ceiling and hard walls, and she's got an echo effect going on. So she wanted some recommendations on microphones. So if any of you are in my DIY group and you have recommendations for her, I know that some people already provided their thoughts on that. Help her out, right? That's what we do over in the DIY Marketing with Melanie group. So be sure that you come hang out with us, and don't forget to introduce yourself if you do, right? Okay, my friends, I am going to get out of here, go get my medicine, get some work done. I got a lot to get done before I go on vacation. That's the bad thing about vacation sometimes, is you got to get right after it and get some things done. So, all right, I'll see you guys next week, earlier in the day, next Tuesday, or I might see you before I head out for vacation. Maybe I'll do one of those mobile streams that our friend James was talking about. So, all right, y'all, I'll talk to you later. Bye.